Yeah, good evening, guys. This is me, your brother, your friend, Humanist Steven, right here on the show tonight. I want to just please, if you are here for the very first time, please just try to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Naja Worship too, and also try to follow me. If you have not followed me, follow me on my Facebook page. So that we can actually do this together. So you are going to see the whole inscription is right there under the word. Please just follow them and let's actually discuss. Okay, guys. Let's discuss. Let's see how it goes for us. Okay, just come in, give us some likes, give us some comments, share the video. Let's come back again on question and answer with Humanist TV. Okay, guys. If you are there now, just give me a shout out. If you are there, give me a shout out. So let me play my regular, you know, inspirational. No, this is not the one I need. Sorry, guys, it's not the one I needed. Okay, guys, I'm just waiting for us to. I'm waiting for us to share.
Go ahead. Moses.
Yeah, okay, guys. I'm still waiting, guys. Let's good evening, Matthew Sibo. Good evening, Shola FC Osaibovo Okun. Good evening, everyone. Please just share this video. share the video, guys. So just share the video wherever you are. Please let's share, let's invite people in. Share to your contacts on Facebook. Share to them on YouTube. Let them just come. Share it to them on WhatsApp. Let them come so we can actually have a time to talk and discuss together, guys. So on what to do as a people. It's going to be question and answer time with Humanist right here on the show. Okay. While I'm waiting for that, there's a video that I want to upload here on what somebody said today. I need to put that video in for us. Good. To put that video in, guys, for us today. I want us to listen to Funke Felix. You know, this preacher woman. This what she said today. On the okay. I want us to watch that video while we wait for all our people to come in with their questions. Then we'll deal with that. Just listen to this. Hey everyone, I just want to do this quick video. Then maybe I'm going to put it up later in the day. Now I just watched a video right now from a lady preacher who let me try to get her name. You know, I was a little bit upset with that message that came from this woman this today that I just watched. I don't know what she meant by what she said anyways, but let me try to see if I can do the little I can. You know, one of the problems we're having in Africa today is religion. Okay, I'm a pastor, like you all know, but I do not actually subscribe to some of the teachings that our leaders or our pastors are actually displaying in Africa today. This is just the truth. This is my own take. Christianity has been so much monetized in our present day, world that if you are not rich, you are a sinner. If things aren't going well with you in your business, you've committed one sin. That's why you are actually going through what you are going through. And sometimes when I hear things like this, I begin to ask myself, how did people like Dangote, Ote Dollar, Bill Gates, Mike Zuckerberg, Helium Mark, and all these, multi-billionaires in dollars, how did they actually climb? These are people that does not actually have, anything to do with God. They have no business. They don't believe in the God that we believe in. They don't even serve the God that we serve. How have they been able to actually get, the position that they find themselves today? And that has actually been troubling me, and I've been very scared of speaking about this issue because of my belief also in what most of these people believe in. But today on, I couldn't actually take it because of what I saw when she made a statement that if she's in a group of people and she not found herself she's the wealthiest or the richest among them, then she's no more welcome in that group. She's going to leave the group. She's going to leave the cycle. I was like, where in the Bible was this one actually referenced? I don't know the yardstick behind what she said. I don't know the spiritual backings behind what she said, but I was a little bit worried when I heard that. I was like, okay, this is a little bit taken too far, and somebody needs to speak, about it, for the safety and the protection of others. We are living in a world today whereby our world today are believing so much on what our prophet says. Okay, We are believing so much on what our prophet says. We actually believe our prophets more than we will believe, God Himself right now. You see, most of us we go with different titles and different, nomenclatures just to hype our pride as the believers in the kingdom of God. Now, I've studied the Bible to the best of my knowledge. I've not seen anywhere where the Bible says the moment you are wealthy or wealthier than one, then you should not associate yourself with that group anymore. And if that is the case, I don't think today Dangote would have had any friend in Nigeria, or even in Africa. As the richest man in Africa today, Dangote's friend would have been people from outside the world who are richer than him. Okay? Maybe also, if we had that also, Elon Musk, who is the richest man in the world today, would have no friend. He would have been a man working alone. Guys, listen. I hate speaking about our leaders, particularly in the Christendom. I hate criticizing them, just as I hate criticizing some of their actions and inactions. But when you begin to try to push the people outside the ordinances of God, some of us need to speak out. I'm not going to mention our name, so it will not be a personal attack or whatever, and the people will not begin to tag me to be it's something different. In the things of the kingdom, we need to be careful right now. The Christianity was not defined by the amount of wealth that you actually possess. That was why Jesus was giving an example of the rich man and Lazarus. He had a reason for that. When he was putting up such statement, Jesus was doing it purposely to actually let us understand the position. Jesus did not actually condemn wealth in that very particular scenario or proverbs, but he was actually trying to buttress to us, some certain that we need to know or we ought to know. Okay? So the idea of us saying what she said is a little bit worrisome to people like us who are so much believe in the kingdom business, and that is why I just need to come outside to say, man, I don't actually know where you got that from, but I can't tell where you got it from. What was the rationale behind that? I think if you read the book of Romans chapter 12 verse 16, you understand very clearly what the Bible says in Romans chapter 12 verse 16. If you also read the book of Psalm 84 verse 10, you understand what the Bible says clearly on that. If you look at the book of Timothy, when Apostle Paul was writing about Timothy, he made a lot of references, okay? He made a lot of references, and about Timothy, the wealth, the poor, and all that and that. And I want you to understand, man, that Christianity is not about how much you make or how much you have. Okay? I've said something before, there are principles to wealth. The Bible says, God said, I will bless the work of the hand. I will bless the work of the hand. So many of these preachers today who feel that their wealth is actually as a result of their obedience or their righteousness to God is completely wrong. It has nothing to do with you being born again. It has nothing to do with you being righteous. Okay? There are principles to wealth that you must follow. Okay? And if you exhibit those principles, whether you are an atheist, whether you are an Hinduist, whether you are a Christian, a Muslim, wherever you are, a traditionalist, if you follow those principles, you will acquire wealth. That's just the truth, guys. That is why today, the most richest people on earth are not even from the Christendom, from the Christian fold. They're actually those people who think that they don't actually know who Christ is. Because they understood better the principle of wealth creation than many of us today in the Christendom. So when you are wealthy, then you decide to stay clear from the people that you actually grown with. It's preposterous. So how are you going to do your family? How are you going to do your husband, who could not make so much money as you do? How are you going to do it with your siblings who are not on the same financial level as you are? So how are you going to do with the community that you've grown? How are you going to do with your church that you actually pastored? So are you going to say that the moment the rich men need to be on their side, the poor need to be on their side? I'm trying to fathom out things, trying to understand the rationale behind the statement, but I'm not able to actually put my hand on it. That statement was completely uncalled for. It was irrelevant. I don't know why you decided to do that, or why you decided to make the statement. I can't comprehend it. I have no idea what you were thinking, but the truth of the matter is that's not God. All through Jesus Christ's time, it was always with the poor. Apostle Paul said, and the poor you will continue to see among you people. The poor you will continually to see among you. Matthew 6:33 said, seek ye first the kingdom of God. So I think our center of message had to be on the kingdom. Do you see why there's a lot of our boys today who are going into Yahoo, who are running into corruption today as a result of messages like this? So how will a young man hear this right now, and you think the young guy is going to be very happy to say that he's going to lose his circle of friends because they are not what they are than him? You are creating a different doctrine from the doctrine that Christ laid down for us. Christ never for once discriminated anyone. Your statement today, man, is an act of discrimination. That's what I would define as class difference. You're trying to differentiate them on class basis. It's uncalled for. It's unacceptable in the present day world, particularly within the Christian cycle. If we who are supposed to be the lover of the world say this, that the moment I get to I'm the richest in my group, then I'm not supposed to be there anymore. I'm no more welcomed in that group. Are you serious? The people you are going to meet, are they not richer than you? If everyone says, okay, whoever I'm richer than, we are not of the same class anymore, how will you not live where you are to meet the people you intended meeting? Madam Motivational Speaker. How? If you believe that you are in this group of people, and peradventure, because of your hard work, grace, favor, wherever, you climb to the highest of that group, and you say to pull out because they are no more of your class, and you say to go and make friends with other people. My simple question is this, man. Why do you think that the next group you are coming into is going to be my group? If the mentality that you have is this group is no more where you want to be, why do you think we will accept you? Why we accept you into the group you plan to come in when we know we are richer than you? So you see, sometimes when we speak, we must always look at whatever we say from both sides. You are moving into a group that is richer than you, and you wanted to accept you, but you are refusing to accept those that you claim to be richer than. This was the example of Jesus between Lazarus and the rich man. Class discrimination. The rich man never committed any sin. Read the Bible very well. There was no sin. There was no way the Bible explained that the rich man sinned, except for the sake of class discrimination. I'm the rich guy, you the poor guy. So you cannot sit on my table because I'm richer than you. You cannot eat on the same plate I ate because I'm wealthier than you. But you can eat from the crumbs that fall from my table. My dog can lick your soul. That's okay. But for you to sit on the same level with me, no, because we are not of the same worldly class. That is all that buttressed or that contained the Lazarus and the rich man parable. No wonder Jesus said, it will be easier for a camel to pass through the eyes of a needle than for a rich man to make heaven. We don't know. We think, oh, Jesus was condemning riches. No, this kind of characters are what Jesus was saying, because the moment you become rich, many of us, pride overtook us. We see those who have not gotten to the level that we are going to as inconsequential people. We see them as people of no value anymore. We see them as people without no well-being. We see that people that easily are not qualified to even clean our shoes. We forget that wealth is transiting. Just like power is transiting, so also wealth is transiting. Today might be your turn. Tomorrow someone else can take over from you. There was a time in Nigeria whereby the only guy that has private jets and planes all over was Chief Nosaka Ibenejo of Edo State, the Sama Benin. He was the richest in the entire Nigeria state one time. But today, I'm not sure he's even in the rate of the 20 richest men. He's not even the richest man in Edo. Captain Osa was. Whereas Captain Osa was actually a pilot to Chief Nosaka Ibenejo. He was actually driving or piloting one of Isama's planes until something happened that today he became the richest before his demise. May so rest in perfect peace. Let us stop deceiving. Let us stop destroying. Let us stop giving our people wrong interpretation of the scripture. The statement you made, man, that statement was a little bit, it was not Christianly. Nowhere in the Bible. Even in the secular world, nobody does that. We need to preach that people should climb on our backs to success. Many of us have lifted people out. That's what you need to preach, man. If you are the richest there, God put you there for a reason. Pride comes before a fall. I don't actually know who listens to some of these things anyways, because I don't. That's the truth, I don't actually listen. What is not edifying, what is not glorifying God, should not be heard in our churches. I've never for once speak about any pastor on my show or off my show. I'm very careful, but this I need to come aside because it is not worth. When Job fell sick, Job was one rich guy. As I said, wealth is transitional. It transits. Job was a very, very rich guy. Let's forget about what he went through. Let's talk of the reality. Because what he went through was spiritual. So we're trying to equate the spiritual with the physical. So let's look at the physical aspect of it, which the friends and the wife knew about. The spiritual was revealed by God. But that wasn't actually what they never knew of the spiritual. We that read the story understood the spiritual aspect of what happened to Job. He was once time the richest man in the east of his time. Calamity befell him. He became a poor man. Imagining Job as the richest man in his time. If he had abandoned all his friends because he was wealthier than them, based on your own assumption today, man. He abandoned all his friends because he was wealthier than them. What do you think would have been the position of Job as of today? Why did you think God was so pleased or so confident of who Job was when the devil came in Job chapter 1 verse 6? Why did God have so much confidence in beating his chest for Job to be tempted by the devil? When Job fell from grace to grass, from riches to poverty, the Bible says that his friends were still coming to him. The Bible said, and they sat with him on the sackcloths, and they also poured the hatches on themselves. They fell to his level. They didn't abandon him because he was poor. They never did. They stood by him all through the time of trials. God will bless you sometimes because he wants you to lift others up. Not to lift them because you found that you are not of the same class anymore. I don't know where that came from. I've not heard of it before. I was surprised when I heard of it today. And I said, no, I can't keep quiet. This is not biblical. This is not of God. I know people were shouting, clapping. But for me, I think we are missing it in Nigeria. We are actually missing it. We are missing business right now with religion. There are two different things. We must start seeing it like that. It's a bad precedent that you are setting, man. Both in the Christendom, in the family, and the secular world. You, man, today, you are not as rich as Oyedipo, Adeboye, even Suleiman or Abioye. But they still invite you to their church to preach. So when you talk of class difference, if you feel you are too big to be with this group, The group you are going to is bigger than you. How do you think they are going to accept you into that group? May God actually save our church. May God actually save our church, guys. May God actually save our church. May God actually save our churches. Look at what Reno said. Reno Omokri said. I'm going to read it verbatim. See, if we abandon all our friends that we are richer than, what should our friends who are richer than us do to us? That's what I've just said. We thank God that Christ did not abandon us. Let me quote a scripture so that to that woman. Do not be proud, but enjoy the company of the lowly. I just quoted that scripture before, Romans chapter 12, verse 16. He said, money should not be a prerequisite for friendship. That is why David said, I would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than dwell in the tent of the wicked. That was in Psalm 84, verse 10, which I think I also quoted that also. With such a mentality, people will befriend the rich fool and avoid poor Lazarus. I've also used that as an example, during my narration. Let us remember the warning of 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 5. Constant friction between people of corrupt mind who have been robbed of the truth and who think that godliness is a means to financial gain. That I also said also. Being wealthy does not make you righteous. We are killing the faith. The Nigerian church today is all about wealth creation. If you are not wealthy, you are insane. That's why you see most of our boys today, they're into Yahoo. They're into all form of illicit wealth. And they go to church and these guys are being praised. You know this guy who started this wherever that was one of the highest donor to a church. I'm not going to mention the church name here also. But later they found that that guy had actually been using people's money that he was gathering from what he was doing, to show off. We encourage crimes all just because we want to be known, because of the kind of message we preach. That God will bless you, that if he's poor, leave that circle and move to the circle of the rich. And you see yourself, you move to the circle of the rich, and you can never explain their source of wealth. Armed robbers, kidnappers, hire assassins, Yahoo boys, ritualists, corrupt politicians are people that you have to mingle with. Living the true Christians, because they are not in your worldly class. May God help us. May Almighty God help us. May He give us the grace to do His work according to His purpose. The church is actually deraying from the original principle of the church. We are getting off the line. We are getting off. But God help us to stand back and fight for the truth. Thank you guys. This is just all I have to say. God bless you and have a very, very wonderful, wonderful day. See you next time. My name is Humanist. Sorry guys, I didn't even check that. Okay, I like I said it was a pre-record the show that I did because by the time I read that very particular, I watched that particular video that she did. So I had a lot of inspiration. I need to put them down, and the best way for me to put them, I was to put them, on a video so that I can just go back and play it the way I felt right as at that point in time. And so I've already done that, and I'm satisfied in my mind that I put up what I feel. I put up what I felt in my heart, and I'm disappointed at her completely. I don't talk about pastors. I've never done that before. But when I heard that, I was a little bit worried. I would be worried to say, no, this is not working. I need to speak out. Somebody needs to be on that side, on that side, on that side. It wasn't okay by me to say when you are poor, you should not mingle with people that are rich. Okay, every one of us was one time poor. So poverty is not a crime. Okay, like I said every day here, there's only one rich man in the world. We only have one rich man in the world. There's only one rich man in the world. Only one in the entire world. How many of you believe that? How many of you believe that? Rita, Mommy Diaspora, Israel, there's only one rich man in the world. How many of you believe that? If you believe that, say yes. Hello? There's only one rich man in the world. But that's why it's asking of Vivian and Irene. I'm even asking of them all. There's only one rich man in the world. The rich man in the world is the richest man in the world. Every other person is poor. So because I don't know the mindset of Funke, I cannot comprehend it, guys. We only have one rich man in the world. He's the richest man in the world. That's the only rich man in the world. Because there's no other person that is richer than him. So he's the only rich man in the world. So every other person on that him, they are poor. So if she talks about being rich, you're going to a circle of other people who are richer than you. You are a poor person. How are they going to accept you? God will help us. How are they going to accept you into their fold? How? You are a poor person also. As of today, I don't even know who's the richest man now in the world. Who is the richest man in the world now? I think is he Elion or who again? Elion Mokele? He's the richest man in the world right now, if I'm correct. So it's just one person. It's just one. Every other person are poor people. Okay, Jeffs. Okay, Jeff. Look at this, the richest man now. This is the richest man. This is the only man that is rich in the world today. This guy, Jeff, Bezos is the only man that is rich in the world today. No other person is rich. Every other person they are poor. Yeah, I think so. I think she's maybe she came from a very poor background. She never thought she's going to get to where she is. I think so. I don't criticize people, but when you start destroying the work of God, then it's yeah, that's what he's the only rich man in the world today. Every other person they are poor. Elon Musk is poor. Bill Gates is poor. Mark Zuckerberg, they're all poor guys as far as this man is concerned. That's the mentality. So when you feel you are rich, there's someone else somewhere that is richer than you. Yes, that's why she's always bragging. Let me use that word. She's always bragging. She even did a video one day and said, "If your husband, how many husband when they sleep with their wife, to tell their wife thank you." I was like, "What is this woman actually a preacher or just a motivational speaker?" You know, sometimes I don't like talking about anything, Pastor. I'm very careful, but some of the things they say gets us some of us worried. I couldn't even listen. I mean, if you have actually told your husband, your wife, thank you after sleeping with her, oh, jeez, may God help us. But make her come up for here. Make her come on, make her not go, talk with you. I not go talk to them. Make not come fire me later and say this man is saying a pastor. Look as you call it talk for here. Yeah, Matthew. Let me go to Matthew. See, boss, question. Say, sir, I have a question. In my area, the transformer got bad, and the community leader asked every house owner to pay 50,000 naira, which I paid up to now. No transformer to whom do we report this matter to? Emma, I want to ask you a question. If you are here, or sir, if you are here, please just answer this question. I want you to just answer this question. Have you asked them, the people that you paid to, what is happening? Because I know in my area also we did the same thing, and the transformer didn't come on time because people were not paying. No, not the transformer. Our light got spoiled. So I think they asked us to pay. Was it not 10,000 naira or so? Or before, yeah, 10,000 naira to pay. No, 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 no. 60,000 to pay for us to not draw light from the nearest transformer to our street, our part of the street. So we paid. Some of us paid early, like me and some other people. We paid as early as the second day of that of the money they requested for. But because many of the landlords were not paying, it delayed with some months, about 3 or 4 months. So that's why I'm asking now if your people, the person who is actually in Nigeria, that have if they have that was actually there, if she or he had asked them why they haven't bought the transformer yet, maybe they were able to tell the person that maybe bros, now let 3 people don't pay. Oh, not be they not menu or now let 5 don't pay. Oh, that's why, because if all of them don't pay, nobody want to put their money, because you know Nigeria for who they are. If you do something for them for free and now you want them to pay later, they're not going to pay you the money. They won't pay. In our own, after we draw the light, there were some boys who came and started connecting. They refused to pay while we were doing the light issue. At the time we finished with the light, these guys refused to pay. But thank God for some of the landlords who are there. They're also youth. Some of them have also from that community. They went there and they disconnected their light, and that can cause a lot of brouhaha, you know, in the community or in the street. So you have to ask them first how many people had actually paid for the transformer. But the truth of the matter is, it is not about duty to pay for transformer. So it's actually the duty of what is it called? The PSCN or the BEDCs. But it's unfortunate that they don't care. If you don't buy transformer, you stay in darkness. If you buy transformer, they will come, install the transformer, you start paying NEPA bill to them. That's the kind of country we find ourselves today. When they come, you start paying NEPA bill to them. Okay? You start paying NEPA bill to them. So it's quite bad, but what can we do? Until we're able to fix, a workable society, we might not be able to do so much. That's why I always say, yeah, the only way we can actually change the narratives is for us as those in diaspora to have our own quarter in Benin City. That was actually the idea behind the Stockholm mega estate that I'm proposing. That is the rationale behind it. The rationale behind that estate is for us to actually have what I call an opportunity, to tell the government we can actually run our economy, our country, our state more workable, more functioning than the one be run by everybody. Okay, that's why I'm not actually after what we are going to benefit or what I'm going to benefit from it. No, I'm really after trying to prove to the government that we have lived outside the shores of that land for a very long time, and we can be able to do something different from what we see or what has been happening on ground. Okay, guys, that is just one thing that we all need to understand. That's just one thing that we all need to do right now. That's why I'm talking about this cooperation we need to put up. I put up a video this afternoon that I did, on the unity. So let's take inward. You know how to create, to build and a do that will be better for all of us. That was a video I did. I think I've done three videos today. This is the third one right now. And I believe if we actually listen to this whole idea that I'm putting up, we start to cooperate and have this unity of purpose. The government will have no choice than to start, listening to what we say. This will not make us to not create not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not 10 cities within the Edo State as a state on different areas from the north to the central to the south. We can have a city of our own in Edo Central, for example. Are you coming from the eastern area? We can build a city of our own there that is workable. If you go to Edo North, we can build a city of our own that is workable. Like a friend of mine called me this morning, and we were talking about this OT. So it's in Kenaland, where Winner is. That's where he actually built his home. He bought a land there. He built his house there. He told me that they have never had power failure inside Canaan land. They've never had power failure. That if you move from abroad into Canaan, it's like you are living abroad. Everything is well defined, well organized. The only difference is it's not a secular world like we have in our normal secular world. You can have everything you want. So everything that is under the Christian idea and purpose. So that's why I came up with this Stockholm mega city, which I'm proposing for every diaspora to be part of. It's going to help us to build a world of our own, completely different from these guys. Yeah, and Matthew, I understand. These guys, they do anything to make money. Anything to make money. Anything to make money. Anything to make money. Anything. They do anything to make money. Practically anything to make money. They take joy in seeing people cry. It's the Nigerian mentality. Yeah, Obedi Samuel, it's already on. It's already on. If you are following me on Facebook, you're going to see some of those things there. You can follow me on my Facebook page, the MSS team. You're going to see some of these things there. That's my Facebook page. You can follow me on my Facebook page, the MSS team. You're going to see a lot of write-up have been there that are put up on that very particular, plan. You know, I'm even selling the lands on the giveaway price right now. I'm doing the land on the giveaway price without not so much putting so much interest on it. Because my mind to see that we are able to build a world and a world of our, just like what is happening in Lekki in Lagos today. Lekki don't have NEPA seizure, guys. The main Lekki, not the houses surrounding in Lekki. Okay? In Lekki there are two Lekkis. In Lekki there are two Lekkis. You have to understand that. You have Lekki phase 1, Lekki phase 2. Even in Lekki phase 1, the main estate, the main Lekki estate, never have power seizure. Because it was designed in a way that is working. It was designed in a way that is working. Samuel, please just follow me on Facebook, then we can talk from there, sir. Okay? It's working. And that's the plan we are having. Let's unite to do something for our state. To make the government to know we are not just the most traveled. We are actually well grounded in the different countries that we find ourselves. So I don't have some of the worst morals, home and abroad. With strong moral, any and everything will be undermined. The wise one, I can't really get you. Can you reframe what you said right now? It's a little bit confusing right now because you have two words here. Edo has some of the worst morals, home and abroad. Okay? I said with strong morals, any and everything would be undermined. I can't get that. I can't get the last part of it. The first part of your statement is quite clear to me, but the last part isn't clear. Because with strong morals, nothing can be undermined. If we have strong morals, nothing can be undermined. We will be able to do what we ought to do, guys, with strong morals. Okay? That's all we need. Now, it's not even about morality now. All we need is oneness, unity, and trust on both sides. Okay? On both sides. When that trust is there, nothing is impossible. Because the only way we that live in diaspora, we just talk and talk and talk and talk. The government is actually not seeing anything that we are doing back home. There's nothing we're actually putting in place to make it to understand we are more smarter, we are more sorry guys, we are more smarter and we have what it takes to actually change the narrative of things there. They just see us as one of those who just like, okay, these guys are just the same set of people. They don't actually know what they are doing and all that and that. Samuel, are you Obedi Sam? Is that your this thing? Obedi Sam. If that's yours, just say yes, please. Okay. Okay, then I've already accepted you. Just follow me there. You can write me on Messenger. I can talk to you better. Okay, guys. So we all just need to start thinking. We need to start thinking. Because we have been a very good people. We have been so united. We have been a force that ought to be reckoned with. That's the business for you. But today something happened, just like Rita is saying right now. Something happened that actually, destroyed that trust that we actually possessed long time ago. Edo has some of the worst moral home and abroad. With strong moral, any and everything can be undermined. We need stronger morals and heavy punishment in the South as a whole. Yeah, yeah. Right now, sir, right now, what we actually talking about now is how to build that morale that we feel have been destroyed. How to put that morale back into place. Okay, that's what we are saying now. How to build that morale back into place is what we are talking about. So this is the point that we are trying to put together now as a group who have actually gone out, who have this morals. Okay, so how are we going to make this thing workable in our time? Are we going to just allow this to degenerate to a point of no return, or we are trying to make things workable at this point in time? That is my question to you, West One. Because if we want to dwell on the mistake of the past, we'll continually having an issue. Like I said, thank God I do business there now. Yeah, but there are few of us who actually have a good mindset on the way to go. So those of us that have this good mindset on the way to go is actually the ones that we are expecting to champion the cause for a better Edo. Not by going to into political offices right now, but actually doing our own individually, collectively. Okay, individually or collectively as a people outside the corridor of power, and that is where this idea first of all came. How are we going to make Edo a better place? We can't do it if we collectively agree to make this a reality. We can't do it. I've come up with different proposals. These are not things I'm just saying to you. These are things I'm already involved in. I'm using my own money to make experiments. Okay? I'm using my own money, my own time, energy, everything, my resources that I've worked for to actually make experiment for others to see. So that at least people will say, okay, this young guy have done a lot on his own way. He have been able to put this right. Let us go and do more for the people. Lagos was not built by angels. Lagos was built by humans. Port Harcourt was not built by, it was actually built by human beings. What's actually killing us today in this part is the lack of this unity of purpose. Okay, that's what's actually killing us today in Nigeria. There's no unity of purpose among us. We are just acting, differently as one people, and that isn't working in today's uh, uh, in today's world. One man cannot drown an ocean, but many people can. This one thing my father normally tells me. I remember when I was young, my father told me something. I'm coming, guys. I remember when I was young, my father told me something that if it's a broom, say if you take a broom, one stick of a broom, it's easy for you to break. One stick of a broom is completely easy for you to break. If you take two sticks, it is easy. If you take three sticks, the more stick of broom you take, the more difficult it becomes. Okay? The more stick you break, the more stick you had, the more difficult it becomes. So you get to a point, you now have a bunch of broom. Because it's impossible for you to break a whole bunch of brooms. That is the first thing that I've learned all my life. I put that, ideology at the back of my head anytime I'm doing anything. With you alone, you might not be able to succeed, no matter the amount you carry. But when you are not collectively doing it, it reduces the stress you're going to go through, and it gives you a platform to learn from others who are better than you in some areas. Like I said, ideas are in parts, so nobody knows it all. So if we don't create that unity that we are lacking today, if you don't create that disunity we are lacking today, we might not have a nation of our own, a state of our own, and in the next 10 years. The Benin might just go. Now we might have a Benin as a name, but the ideology that the Benin actually had in the past will disappear. That's the truth of the matter, guys. Today it's not going to be about history, but anytime I'm here talking about Benin, the only way you can also talk about the Benin people is where you talk about what's it called, the nature of the Benin people from onset. We must always do that. Yeah, I believe you, Sister Rita. That's the problem there. That's a few. Many of these few people, guys, many of these people have dominated those of us who are actually nice people. Okay? Now, let me tell you a story. Guys, let me tell you, before I get question, let me tell you a story. I was a young guy when I left home. I lost my dad, like I said, some time ago. Yeah. I lost my dad, and things became very tough. My mother she had already been retrenched. I think during the moment Buhari came in 1983, my mother was retrenched from school. She was a teacher at Idowu Primary School at Oluku there. She was retrenched, and she was jobless. She was actually being taken care of by my father, who was a PhD in English language from Oxford University, a very well educated guy at that time. Was actually the guy that was sent to abroad during uh, the the military era, to go and study and come back home and becomes something different, in that time. So I left home. I went to Warri at a very tender age, and things were actually rosy there. Okay, guys. So when I got there, I just finished secondary school then. I've not gotten admission, but I just been to work. I said something in my video I did today is your inability to speak English makes you uneducated. I did a video like that. You can watch it on Niger Watch. I did a video like that today. Is your inability to speak English makes you an uneducated person. I did a video today, and because I had an SSC, but I was very brilliant. I was good in math, was good in economics, was good in government. So those three subjects were one of the best. But I was a science student anyways. But I had government to my course. Okay, I was a science student, but I had government to my course. So I was extremely good in these three: mathematics, economics, and government. Extremely good in them. Okay, so I was start teaching a school owned by an honorable guy. We talk about morals right now because the background in which you are brought up with will determine. Okay, I wasn't passionate about the money. Even when I came to Sweden, I wasn't passionate about the money. I was passionate about one thing: be different from other people. Okay, it's not about the qualification now. It's not about the education. I said now this time I had no qualification, but I was the best. When the man was leaving for United Kingdom, he handed his school to a 20 years old boy. Or just 20, no, 20? No, I was around the 30, 31 or so. No, 28. He handed his school to a 28 years old boy. Where there are teachers who were there, they were grandparents who have worked with him even before I came. Do you know the difference? Because I was steadfast. All I wanted was the growth of that school. My aim objective is not about the money I'm going to make, but how much I'm going to impact on the people. Do you know one thing that happened there? At the end of the month, I paid the teachers before I think of paying myself. I'm talking about a school of about 300 students. That's like 1997, 96, 97. I pay the teachers before I think of paying myself. And that actually helped the school to grow. Today, the guy left the school for me without no loss. Well, while I was living there, I actually built a standard school for him. That zeal is what I want us to develop. And that is what is missing in the Edoship today. Any Edoma you employ, we know that not all. They are morally corrupt, like you said. But that moral corruptness is not as a result of the nature of an Edoma. I just played a video of a woman, a pastor, Wafunke Felix, telling her congregation that the mercy is in a cycle of friends. And she automatically became the richest in that cycle. She will move out of that cycle. That group is no more useful to her. So such a mindset will bring about an immoral behavior from people. Because these are people that we are actually looking up to. Hearing her say that, then you don't want to lose your circle of friends. You will do everything or anything to keep yourself on the same level with them. But my question is this: are we going to continue crying over the ills in our society, or we're going to find a solution to start repairing the failed society? America was bad once upon a time. Every country in the world, they had their own time of problem. People stood up to change their narratives. Those few of us who are morally upright up to today, why can't we come together and build a formidable force to change what is actually happening in our society today? That's my question. You get that, guys? So if we feel, okay, the old narrative is not working again for us, why can't we now build a new world by ourselves? Not what people have portrayed us to be. And so, okay, it's time for us to come together and change the narrative. We are exposed. Thank God we live outside the country. So, what's it called? Our currency differences are already giving us a hedge over the other people. So we have an advantage. You can pick a loan of under 20,000 euros from Europe. Okay, over 20,000 from Europe, and you will take it back to Africa. And if 10 of us have to take 20,000 loan from Europe and then take it back to Africa, we can do a lot to change the mindset of the people. They'll say, oh, we thought that this is not possible. We thought this is not possible, but we see people doing it right now. You see, people will start copying you. That's why you need to build your own world within them. And they'll see you, they'll see your world working. People want to copy you to know how are you managing in doing it. But when you are still within the cycle of these people, we are living in a street with about 100 houses, for example, a long street of about 100 houses, and you're already the good guy around there. How can you be able to oppress now 99 people? It's not possible now. There's no way. There's no way you can be able to succeed. Okay? That is just the truth, guys. So, what we want right now is to build a future that we all can and will be proud of outside the narrative of the government. I've took all, listen guys, I took all I have, all I've worked in the last 2 decades plus to Africa. I know many of my friends told me, say, Steve, I think you are crazy right now. I think you are getting insane. I think something's really wrong with you right now. You are running mad. Friend of told me, say, guy, now crazy, not to worry so. See that crazy, not to worry so. I sold my properties here in Sweden. People that know me know what I'm talking about here. Okay? I had 3 properties right in this country. I put 2 up for sale. With all the other things, all the money I've saved over time, I return it back to Africa. I'm not worried. I don't believe I'm going to lose anyways. I know that I might have a shaking, but I don't believe I'm going to lose. I know with time, I would have left an impact that others will follow and join me. Rita, this was what I said in 2010 under Oshomole. I don't know if I've said this. I'm going to say it again now. In 2010, I went home. No, 2011, I went home to actually contest for local government chairman in Novia Northeast. Like I said, I've been in politics since 1992, not today. I withdrew because I saw that what was happening was not favorable anymore. I actually left Nigeria after I found that things weren't working, so I left. I came here. So at the time I came here, for you to be in Europe now, for you to come before you come settle, before you come find paper, you can't get work, before you come to work. So it takes you a minimum of 4 to 5 years of your life. That's why we came to school. So after your education, because it's not an English speaking country, you don't get a job. Because the courses we did was actually done in English language. So there's somebody going to get a job. You get it now, guys? So at the end of the day, you're going to return back to the status quo of that country. So when I got there, you know what they told me? That's why I run away. You know what they told me? They had me to pay 5 million naira at that time. Not 500,000, 5 million naira. And do t-shirts and face card 500. Before they would give me the ticket. I just asked him a simple question. There. That's why you see why I tell you that I don't want to play politics with these people. When they said, and you want to take position, I tell them, no. I asked him a simple question. I said, okay, how am I going to get my money back? How am I going to get my money back? Because where we are, because my mindset after I've traveled out of country for a very long time, my mindset was in Sweden, the only thing you get from politicians when they are campaigning is barrel and sweet and coffee. Sweet or chingom. Barrel and coffee. That's the highest you get from them. Highest you get from them when they are doing their campaigns. So that's why when these people come to government, they can easily do all the sacrifice in the world. I told them that I said, I'm not here to make money. I am actually here to serve my people. They told me if I'm not ready, I should go. I left. I got angry. I left there. Then the man who took me there called me in the letter and I said, my brother, it's not like that too. This is African politics. I said, I don't want to play African politics. If I give you 5 million, I do face cap at the end of the day, I'm going to spend about maybe 50 million naira before I win the election. This money I'm going to borrow from the bank. That's at that time. How am I going to get this money back? They said, I did not give me allocation. They asked me, I did not give me allocation. That was the question they asked me, my brother. Are you not getting allocation? And I said, okay, is the allocation, is the money of the people that I will steal? So what was not the risk of me leaving Europe, where I was working and making legitimate means of livelihood, to return back to Nigeria and now get myself sunk, dipped in massive corruption? In the evening of that day, the chairman of that ward called me. I'm not going to say names here now. If they see this video, they will know that I'm talking to them. They called me, and I went to his house. Then I was driving. Then this S5 BMW S5 just came out. Around 2010, just came out newly. This BMW S5 Jeep. So I took one home. So I drove there with my brother, because then I was afraid of driving in Nigeria anyways. I drove there with my brother. We got to his parlor, a massive house, and he said, okay, you know what? They told me that you look good and blah, blah, blah. We're going to support you. We're going to sponsor you. I was like, oh, thank you, sir. And I asked him a question, supporting me in what area? So what is the benefit you're going to get if you supported me? Because I was very smart and quick. And he told me clearly that when we support you, all the contracts will be awarded to us. So I'm like, okay. And the contract will be done, right? That was my question. Because I wasn't interested in it, per se. I wanted to go and help my people, not to actually make money from them. At that time, I had nothing. Not that I had nothing. I wasn't that big like this. Okay, I was still trying to, a guy who just came to abroad, settled, and still trying to take myself together and all that and that. And he said, that will not be my business anymore. If I give them the contract, they put me there, I give them the contract, then whatever is left, you will share it. That's what they do. So I told him, I said, Oga, thank you, not interested. I got up and I left. Since then, I vowed, until I make so much money that the money will be flowing so that I can sponsor my election myself, I will never, ever contest for any election. Never work for anyone. So you guys saw the reason why, how I came to that conclusion that I will never, ever work for anyone. If I don't have what it takes to run the election myself without not borrowing, at the end of the day, I will not also be broke to start crying or find a way to steal the people's commonwealth. That is it. Somebody's asking me a very what is that? I said, Sir Stephen, you came from a Weibo, that alone. This I know, man. They saw a very big car. They say, this one, I'm We just collect our own. If we come now, you come in that grammar. Only one I will shop the money. So they know, give us for inside. Because my intention was different. My intention was different. My intention is to make a better state, to make a better local government, to change the narrative that is on ground. Okay? This is a question I need to answer. Mr. Steve, if you, for example, you are given the chance to run for a local government chairman, what would be your primary manifesto of objective for the citizen? My brother, one thing I've understood is this. I am what I am today because I'm educated. If the local government is the local government that we used to know before the 1999 Constitution, the primary aim of every local government chairman is to make sure that the primary level, which is on the residual list, should be free. I remember when I was in primary 2, I was started reading newspapers. My dad would throw a newspaper for me and say, Stephen, read this newspaper and explain to me in primary 2. Then my dad was playing coupon. You know this coupon, I don't even know coupon. Coupon, pool. Well, my dad was playing pool. Was very good at it. He would call us which team be this one versus which. Not because he wanted us to actually know if we can pronounce those words at that very tender age. My first priority is to give free education, free health services, because that is the primary aim of every government. Okay, that's the primary aim of every government. And corruption will be something that it can never come near me. And if I fail to deliver on what I said based on unforeseen circumstances, I'll be the first to resign. I've done it here. Ask them, people that know me in this country, they know me. I'm quick to tender resignation. I don't take nonsense. That's why I told you I can't work with people like this set now. I can't work with them. Because I'm going to tell you to your face, and anytime I'm coming to the executive meeting, I will have my resignation letter in my file. I'm going to throw it to your face immediately. You messed up. That's who I am. So that's why I said now. I said that's why I need to have my own money that nobody can be able to judge me or try to control me. I've resigned in many conditions in this country. I resigned as a pastor because what we were doing was not working for me. I resigned as a leader in my job because what we were doing was not working for me. Yes. Even in my association, I resigned as the president. I'm very quick to that. I don't take trash. If you aren't going my way, or the way I think is for the people, I think that's why I don't even accept when I know the people I'm going to work with are not people that will be working for me. Mr. Wise, going through when the demands is not acceptable, it will be like APC and Obaseki and PDP and Obaseki. I do not want to accept what I will eat. It will hang on my throat. It will make me to become incompetent. I rather live my private life than going into accepting what I know will make me redundant. I can't speak because my hands will be tied. Steve's not going to do that. I'd rather remain unknown, unnoticed, inconsequential, than trying to climb to the saddle of celebrity. And at the end of the day, I'm messing up my name that I've built over the years. Yeah. Listen, guys. The kind of thing I want us to start doing the kind of things I want us to start doing is to return back. Maybe many of you were still very young when Abbas Ali actually was contesting. Okay, many of you were still very young. When Bermuda came, many of us were still very young. I myself was still also very young, but at least I can understand the difference between this and this. I remembered when Ali came to our street to campaign in 1983 at Yomaza Street off Selu Lagos Road, behind Selu Guest House. Beside Selu Guest House, sorry. When he came to campaign, Ali came with a bulldozer. No, sorry, a grader. Ali came with a grader to our street. While Ali came, the bulldozer graded our road to down and all the adjoining streets. Then Ali came in before he started campaigning. Okay? When the Bermuda came to our streets to campaign, the first street light that was on that road was actually put by Bermuda in those days. So their method of campaigning there was completely different from now. They don't share money. They don't share rice. They don't share tomato. They share nothing. But the campaign is they put something on ground for people to see. I remember in the village where we were, my grandmom were, when they came to campaign, they put a borehole in the school where everybody goes to fetch water. That was their campaign. After that, they will assign the borehole, erect everything. They will not come and start a campaign. If you vote for us, we will do more. That is the ideology that I think we all should develop in this new government. But we are not seeing that today. They come around, they make promises. Even when they are coming in on the dry season, they knew that the road they are going to pass is not good. They will come with Ilios. They will come with Tundra. They will come with Takuma, who can be able to fly the road, or they will come with Padro Jeep. They will come and speak big grammars. No, you are going to this community. Why not put 10 trees of sand on that passport and tell the grader to grade it? This was what they were doing in those days. Go check. Go ask your parents this very thing I'm telling you now. Do you know that? Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. So, so this were actually the things they were doing in their time. And we believe we all should actually emulate that in our time. So if you are going to support anyone, that's why I'm talking about the diaspora, governorship. So we'll tell them this is the way we want to go. If I'm supporting you, the money I give it to you is for you to start. If it's just boreholes in every ward, we can take more than 2 boreholes in each ward as a campaign. If you vote us, we will do better. If even we don't win tomorrow, you've actually left a project on ground for the people to benefit from. Not all this fake, this empty promises that we get today from these people. No. Okay, guys. Bless today. Today, I mean the voice question fire. Israel, you don't come again, eh? So another question, sir. How will you work with the youth, given what is on ground right now in our state? The truth of the matter is the youth aren't our problem. No, the leadership is our problem. The corruption of the youth actually came from the corrupt leadership that we have on ground. If there is a proper leadership structure that helps to control the youth, we'll have a lesser problem in our society. They know what to do, but they are not doing it. Who's actually sponsoring this youth in the crimes? Is the leaders. Go ask who is the head of all this confraternity in Edo State today. They are the political leaders in the state. The political gladiators in Edo State are actually the head of all the political leaders. Okay, I got a very reliable information today, guys. I'm going to share here right now from the state. Do you know that from a reliable information, the kidnapping that is happening in Edo State today is not actually the crime happening in Edo State, not only just kidnapping. Also have the Edo people. The Edo people involved. It's a means they use in making money, quick money. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about even the Hausa Fulanis. The Edo people involved. Why the government is not taking action, that's what I don't know. That is the truth. Do you also know that many of the cattle in Benin, based on reliable source today, belong to our chiefs and some multi-millionaires in Edo? So they are the one fighting against this anti-grazing. Why Obaseki is not standing on the side of the people, I don't know also. So you see, the moral, decrease in Edo as a result of the leadership problem that we have. When they have a leader who is upright and can do what he ought to do, you're going to see the youth will start working in the same direction. The first thing you need to do, Israel, is to re-educate the people. Cut the rope or the fence, pull down the fence between the poor and the rich. Put down the fence between the leads and the leaders. Create a society whereby everyone can easily communicate with each other. This owes you to drop. And give position to the right people who knows what to do, not by favoritism. Like what we're having today. Create, if I were, for example, if I becomes a local government chairman, let me not go to governor right now. But that's my intention, not even local government chairman anyways. If I become a local government chairman, I want to appoint people into positions. I'm going to give room for everybody. Everybody. We all are going to do exams in my local government. If you are qualified, if you know you are qualified, apply for the position. So that's why I said I'm going to be a little bit different from what they think. This is what they do in my country here. They don't just appoint people in here. I have no skeleton in my cupboard. Why should I be afraid of who is going to work with me as my CPS? Why should I be afraid who's going to work with me as my CPS secretary? Why should I be afraid who's going to work as the man in charge of the finance? If I don't have any skeleton in my cupboard, why should I be afraid? I need competent hands. I need people that I can actually trust to carry my manifesto to the people. So I will give a room for everyone who are qualified to come in and vie for different positions that will be listed out. By that, you're going to get the best out of the best. And when someone knows that he actually went through some very tough, and narrow road to get to that job, you will not want to mess up. Knowing fully well if you messed up, I'm going to send your house out of the office without looking back. Because if you are not corrupt, it's easy for you to fire corrupt workers. But when you are corrupt, it's difficult for you to fire them. So that's it, sir. So I want to go back and watch my video I did this morning. Is English, is your inability to speak English makes you uneducated? That will give you an answer on where I stand. Because I believe there is no educational level. Everybody's educated. But it not depend on the upgrading you have. I've said it in my video today. We have the primary school holders. They are educated. That's why they have a certificate. We have the JSS3, the junior secondary school. They are educated. That's why they have a certificate. When it's junior secondary school, they are educated. That's why they have a certificate. You have the OND, you have the HND, you have the BSc, you have the masters, you have the PhDs. You now have the professors. These 9 cadets I just mentioned that they are all educated in their own rights. Like I said now, there are many SSCs who are more intelligent than even a BSc holder of today. So when I'm dealing with the people, for example, I go beyond your paper qualification. It's important. It might give you an advantage. But I'm also going to give an opportunity to those people that have O-level education. For example, now, you're going to come to board and prove yourself if you know you are qualified for the job. Do you know many of these chairmen of these banks today actually went into the bank with O-level, but today they are not the ones who actually controlling the entire banking system in Nigeria. So if you give everybody a level playing field, you're going to see that even those people you think are not educated might even be the best for the job, which we cannot upgrade the education at the time if the time comes in. I went to evening class because I have no parents. I go evening school. The time I go evening school, I was already teaching JAM. I'm not going to admission, guys. I was already teaching JAM students in Benin. I was already teaching JAM students in Benin. I was an SSC holder. I was teaching mass economics and government, teaching JAM students. I've not gone to school. I've not graduated. I'm still an SSC holder. But I was already teaching others who is also an SSC holder like me who wants to write JAM. Many people that will come in. There was a guy who came in from, I think the guy finished from one of these schools in the East. One of the school in the East. Well, he had the BSc. So both of us were sharing class. Anytime maybe it's his turn to teach economics, he was teaching economics. Student doesn't want to listen to him. Okay? Go ahead, ask a question. Yeah, ask your question. We'll take all the questions. We'll take all the questions here. All the people will take it here. Obemodia Samuel says, sir, listen to you since impressed on your speech. But after entry there, how the result will look, that's a problem. That's when, our government actually destroyed the trust. It's very difficult for anybody to trust anyone right now. Okay? But in my own little way, I've done much. I pay my staff before end of month, even when there is money or no money. That's the truth about it. We agree on the price. I pay them that price, even when there is money or no money. Okay? I give them a good accommodations to live in free of charge. Lighting, water, everything is on me. That's the first principle of a man who wants to get the best for them. And I don't treat them bad. Even when they misbehave, I talk to them politely because I know they're all humans. But one thing I will not take is anyone trying to make me to do what is not in my mind. What is not for the benefit of the people. I will pull out. I will resign. Simple and pure. There's no truth about it. I will just resign. I will go home. This is what I'm doing. I'm encouraging agriculture. Encouraging everybody to return back to farm. That's the truth. This is the way, sir. I don't know what our government are doing. Guys, the truth is, I don't know what our government are doing. I swear. I don't know what they're doing. I thought by now the government should be encouraging the youth to return back to farm. There's no job. Don't allow them to use the old tool of mechanization. No. Give these people, give this youth the new implement to farming. And that will change the narratives here. I wrote the governor on this. Let me see if I can get it here. I wrote the governor on this. I wrote him a proposal on this. Just 1 minute, guys. Let me see if I can get it there. On agriculture, let me see if I can get it, please. I'm trying to look for it, please. Just bear me a little bit. I remember I wrote something to him on this. I'm just going to find out where it is so I can maybe I can read it out. What I wrote to him. Yeah. Look at it. I said, look at it. You see it here. If you check it here, you see top there. You see Governor Obaseki. So I'm not. This one. It's not even a joke, right? And you see it there on top. So I need to close his number. His number. I said, "Good morning, Your Excellency. This is my proposal to him. This was written on the 8th of January, 2021. I am a concerned Edolite in diaspora who wants the best for the state. I have 1 or 2 suggestions to make on the agro entrepreneurship because that has been my area. That's why I went to Benin to actually start up something, which is actually going well, anyways. I have read countless times on your plans to make Edo State an agricultural state, and my heart was filled with great joy, knowing fully well that agriculture is the next crude oil of the world. The richest men in most developed countries are into agriculture. My concern is that the government should not sponsor, but the government can provide the enabling environment for it to flourish. This is where my suggestions comes in. I say 1, a new parastatal can be created under the Ministry of Agriculture called Edo Agro. This is what I'm going to do if I am in that shoe on agriculture. 2, they will be involved in giving out lands to farmers who are willing to farm in a commercial purpose. So you're going to go there and apply for a land if you want to now do your job in a big way. That's number 2. Number 3, they will also be giving professional advices to farmers, particularly the animal husbandries. So the people will be employed to work in the Ministry of Agriculture to not go to these farms. This is what happens in overseas, and give them professional advices on their animals, on their crops, to have a better productivity. Okay? Number 4, they can also be hired by farmers as visiting supervisors to their farms and also help in administering medications to their animals with a certain amount being paid to the government purse. So even at that, I've also created an avenue for the government to earn revenue. For example, when they come to my farm to inject my birds, every bed I pay 10 naira on every bed. Be injected. For any vaccine they give to my birds by injection, I pay 10 naira on each bed. So imagine I have about 6,000 beds. The lady that came to inject them left my farm with 60,000 naira. Left my farm in one day with 60,000 naira. So imagine if she was actually working for the Ministry of Agriculture as proposed by me. So you think the number of poultry farms in Edo State today, if the government would not be making billions upon billions of naira on daily basis from just agriculture in Edo State. Then you're going to have pigs, then you're going to have goat, then you're going to have cows and all that. You can even reduce your price to maybe about five naira. Since it's government-owned project, then this guy makes 60,000 naira in a day from me. And I think her salary will not even be up to the money she makes in one day from my farm. At the end of the month. So if she does that 4 times in a month, she has paid into the private owner. Okay, the private owners are making money from us. I also said on the farm, giving the people farmlands to farm. Now you're going to tell them what to plant. Like we need corn, we need soya beans to actually make enough feed for the animals. If you say it's okay, we need a lot of corns, we need a lot of soya beans that the government we have to buy from them. We have to buy from the government. So you can see the government will give them so that their money will not be tied down. The government go to the farm, buy them off. While we, the farmers, have paid the government. Maybe I need 200 bags of soya beans. I need 100 bags or 500 bags of maize. The government will not go to these people and get these things from them and add it over to us. See that now? So they can also be hired by farmers as visiting supervisors, which they also pay for. To their farms and also help in administering medications to their animals with a certain amount being paid to the government purse. They said the tractors and other farming equipments can be provided by the government for hire by these farmers who could not buy their own, and a tractor operator will be provided by the government, which will also become another source of job creation. Now, this will be my plan if actually I became a local government chairman or a governor on this part. Because with that, I will not only create job, I will also help to make sure those who are investing in my state or in my local government do not lose their money. This is what the government is not doing today. They don't care about you coming with all your monies. You lose them. They don't give a hoot about it. I also did it. I also wrote on this also to him. I'm not going to read also. You don't look as if what I put behind. I told him the first I would do is this, based on my thinking, is to set up a health insurance company. health insurance company, like we have in abroad. Usually here we call it for Sheffield Casa. We'll set up a health insurance company, workable health insurance company, who is for the people who also do business, like stock exchange and all that and that, just to run the money that will be paid by the people. Not like the another other one is call it national health insurance whatever scheme or whatever where you pay 10,000 in a year and all that and that. But we do actually have a very good standard hospitals anyways to actually benefit that on. Here in Sweden, there's hospital out of standard. So if for you must do that first, you must have a standard hospital to actually create an insurance company where people who are actually working get money being paid into the not paid, the government pick it from them directly in their tax. That's what they do here for us. The government pick the money from us directly from our taxes and they pay it to the different people they need to pay to. In here, we pay all the tax together to the tax office. Then they all know the percentage they own. Immediately money is coming in, the tax office is actually paying all this money back to the different people that owns their money. And the money that is left for the tax for the government is also paid into the government coffer. Okay? So if an insurance is being set up and all the maternities and healthcare centers around the 92 wards are built standardly. I don't know why they're not doing that because it's not that expensive. The truth of the matter is, if I become a governor or I become a local government chairman, guys, I promise you, I'm not going to use contractors. No. That I'm going to respect Peter B. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do like him. It's going to be a direct job. Get the best, put some little money on it, you go do the job. Rather, for me to have a contractor, I'm going to have a supervisor who I will pay some extra money to do the job on a contract. But the problem we're having today is an healthcare center, a two-bedroom flat, that will cost us 10 million naira, they will build it for 100 million naira. And then even the guys who you gave it to will come and build a 4 million naira worth of project for you, and they take the other money away. So they give this contract to their friends just to make them work. But if I'm going to be there, I'm going to have a direct labor, no contractors. People work directly with the government. Or you don't need to have a supervisor. So I'm going to actually support the lower cadre in building some of these infrastructures, which I know they can be able to do it. That's the first day. Because when there's an health insurance, you have all the 92 wards being built up with healthcare centers, and each of the central districts, you have a specialist hospital. And each of the local government, you have a general hospital. This word is applicable overseas. Each ward, you have a healthcare center. The local government, you have a general hospital. Then the central district, you now have what's called a specialist hospital. So if they think like this, I'm not even rocket science, guys. They're not rocket science. That's the truth of the matter. And it's not even expensive to do, except they are ready to do them. And the truth of the matter is this: if you want to work with me, you need to receive salary like a normal worker. That's the truth. I can't pay you 150,000 naira in a month as an SSA. I can't pay that. I can't pay you 150,000 naira in a month. It's not going to be possible because you don't want it. So, what is the salary of your the person that both of you had the same qualification? Then at the end of the day, I'm going to put a 10,000 naira on top because your job is for 4 or 8 years. That's all. If we do that, we're going to have the best hand come into play. Not political jobbers who just want to be in the office or for their personal gains. That's the guy. Oh, but you want to kill me? I beg now. Something. I never contest now. I never start contesting. You already blast me with question. On the judicial system, how are you going to ensure that the system works well for the citizen? How do you ensure that the independence of the judiciary is respected? Yeah, the first is this. The judiciary system today is a failed one because of the system we are operating in Nigeria. Okay? For us to actually have a well-structured judiciary system, we must break away from the unitary system of government to what we call a true federalism. Now, we have a true federalism, then we have, then in each region, we are going to have what we call a Supreme Court. They call it the regional Supreme Court. So now we have 6 zones now. If these 6 zones become 6 regions in Nigeria, we're going to have 6 regional Supreme Courts. Then we now have the National Supreme Court, which is now will be in Abuja. Okay, guys? Now, if that is the case, it will reduce the corruption that we are seeing today among the judiciary. The truth of the matter is this: the judiciary money needs to be in the budget, not under the federal government. They need to have their own personal budget they will present to the National Assembly or to the Regional Assembly or to the State House of Assembly. They will go and defend their budget themselves without the input of the executive. Just the same way it is with the legislators. If that is put up, then they're going to be more functioning judicial system. As of today, the Supreme Judge should not be appointed. Rather, they should be done under a system that is workable. Maybe like election within the council of judges or wherever it is. So that's okay. This man is qualified to take up this position and all that and that. Because when the executive do not have so much power over them through appointment, through their finances and all, they're going to be much independence and they're going to talk to us without fear or favor. And another thing is this: if I have the power, I will take away the clause where the president has the power to suspend a judicial officer. That clause will be removed from the Constitution. If that is removed from the Constitution, then we are set to go to have a country or a state that will be proud of. Because that's a major clause today. Many of these people, they are afraid of actually doing a lot because of that clause that you can be suspended, you can even be removed, as the case of water, energy, and the salami, who were thrown out of power because they refused to succumb to the dictates of the power that be in the executive. No, we've talked about this before. This one thing. This one thing we talked about before. That's the first thing I need to do if I'm elected. This is the first thing I need to do. Every Edo State must have a identity number. Every Edo State must have an identity number. Toll gates on the 4 entrance to Edo State. That's what I'm saying. That's what I say. I cannot work with them. Bless them really. Honestly, that's why I said I cannot work with them, because they know if I'm there, you won't get 1 error from me. 1 error you won't get from me. You won't get. Everybody will have a bank account. Everybody. Listen. If Edo State will be the first state in the whole federation to have its own account, to have its own bank, my brother, I will do everything to have a bank in Edo where all our money will go to. All the interest will return back to the state. All the interest will return back to the state. Any government official who wants to get salary must go and open an account with the state bank. So may I see how you go to take kind money from the state bank, go your private bank. May I see how you go work. May I see the bank manager will go carry Edo State money, give you, make it stiff. I go say I go work now. I beg, guys, some of us, our hide the earth. No, when money not do like this, and you cannot do nothing. And then some of us just relax, they look there. More question, please. More question, guys. Housing is one of the easiest to even do. I don't even know what's wrong with our government. I swear. I swear to you guys. I don't know. I don't even know what they worry them. I swear. I don't know what they worry them. True to God. I, I don't know. I don't know whether they ended up when they get what they worry their head. I don't know. This is the easiest to do. Create a housing formula. Give it to private companies to build houses. Create estates. Where build nobody this one. Nobody don't want to be for a motor, so we'll be like what children they play. Build a 10-story building. You don't even need to waste land. Build a house that everything is working perfectly well. If you are working, you are a working class. You are working with the government or with the private sector, with a contract that is more like life contract. You are entitled to house loan. You are entitled to house loan, which you are going to pay for 50 years. I own a property here. I told you before. I had 3 before. I sold 2. Do you know that the first property I bought here, it was for 20 years. 20 years. The other one that I sold was for 50 years. The one I'm living now is for 30 years. 30 years for my age, I'm already 80. Okay? But they give it because they know with time you're going to sell. You see, there'll be this business coming in whereby people cannot buy apartments instead of buying houses. They'll buy it from you, they renovate it because if everything is working there, you see, this is how business moves. But we also lack culture of maintenance culture in Nigeria. Maintenance culture, we don't have it. So that's why I said give it to a private company to actually maintain. When you buy, like I said, in this estate we are building now, we are planning, it's going to be like more like a mortgage. The roads, the lights, the water, the sewage system, the post office, everything is owned by us, built by us for the betterment of the community. We're going to have a transport system inside within, because it's a big land, it's about 3,000 plus. Okay? With that category, maybe about 5,000 to 6,000 houses. So we're going to have, the transportation inside. People coming to the shopping mall to buy things. They drive, the buses can take them down, and all these things will be maintained. So at the end of it all, we will not be paying. Like if you take the bus today, you're going to pay, for the fare within the estate. The bus will take you from your bus stop to your point. Maybe you live at the end of the estate, for example, and you're trying you want to go out. You need the bus to take you from your point to the door. To the gate of the estate before you cannot go out of the estate if you don't have a car of your own. So so it's going to work. And why this is doing, you are paying to maintain the road, you are paying to maintain the cars, and you're also paying to pay the staff, which is the driver. Okay? So you pay for all this indirectly. There's a lot of you who has cars, who is driving within the estate. You also have to pay to maintain the road that we built, we tied. It's simple. This is what the government just need to do. That's all. Things will start working. That's what we do here. We pay them if you are living in an apartment, even if you are living in a house, you still pay for dustbin, you pay for people to come and take care of your environment, you pay this, you pay that. At the end of the month, it's just simple. That's how it works, guys. You get it now? So it's easy. On water, I've already said that before. Israel, that I have on my plan for the estate I'm doing. If I want you to follow me on Facebook, you can get some of this plan. This is you're asking me now, everything is already listed on my wall on the estate that we are planning to start up by November. Okay, it's there on how we're going to get a water supply. Instead of having bottles everywhere, I don't even need to have their system here. I work, here a little bit. In my place of work before, we have this. There's a machine that we have there in my restaurant where I was working before. There was a machine we have there that recycles. Okay, it recycles the water that we use. It goes down, it recycles it, and bring it back to us. Okay, so it's going to help the environment. It's going to help the climate. That's number one. But we are not going to allow every boreholes everywhere today. I don't know what is wrong. This is are not even rocket science. If the water board is not working anymore, the government can actually create on each street a mighty tank that can carry the people with an automatic sensor. Guys, we are now in the developed world. But automatic sensor, the moment the water it goes beyond some level, the ball will pick himself. There are borrows like that right now. If people they pay for this, then you can be able to maintain those those uh, those properties. It's simple. But I don't know why they're not taking. Okay, I don't know why they're not taking. These are things I've said over and over on many of my shows, but nobody want to think of it. Everything of clearing the road. Today we have erosion everywhere. They blame the government. They say the government is not trying. Do you know why our roads actually get bad quickly, guys? Do you know why? It because the drainages. They are blocked. Our drainages are completely blocked. Our drainages are completely blocked, guys. That's the truth. Our drainages are completely blocked, guys. Our drainages are completely blocked. I said and I told the government, you want my show? I did. I think January last year, immediately after the election. I told the government, make an executive law that everyone must clean their frontage. If you have a drainage on your frontage, if you have this on your frontage, then you have to evacuate it. Or every houses on the highway on the main way like Lagos Road should be paying 1,000 naira on monthly basis, which is nothing for them to clear the shit. And that 1,000 naira will be enough to actually employ guys that will be working to clear the mess. You give them a job. You make the street clean, you give them a job. What they do once in every 5 years now, if they do it every day, we don't have a problem. So those money cannot be given to these contractors who will not help in clearing this part. It's on my video. I've said this many years, close to a year now. I make this very particular video. A year? Yeah, a year now, over a year now. I made this particular video. It's on Nigeria Watch YouTube. So I wasn't joking. I know what I'm talking about. I just opportunity is not there. That's what I want to get into that place. That's it, guys. So it's as easy as that. It's as easy. Planting of flowers on the street is a job. Cutting of those flowers is a job. All this will be under the Ministry of Agriculture. These guys can be used in people's farm, can also be used in other areas. Not if you go to Ministry of Education, so everybody wearing tie. How can a farmer be wearing tie in the office? How? How? Some of these people who are even the bosses in these offices do not even know what a maize look like. And the directors of ministries of agriculture. Who does that? Guys, who does that? Come on, we'll talk. Who does that, guys? That be the problem, so. If you're a minister of agriculture, guy, you be on the feed. It's your job on the feed, not in an AC room. I went to the Ministry of Agriculture. Yeah, I was surprised. The place looked like a shit hole. When I went into the lady's office, who was the admin or wherever, she was living in an AC. The way they sleep, I never know whether them would ever go for once. That's what is killing us. You put in people who do not actually have an ambition. Huh? You make at the end people are getting job, you getting money, you getting being paid. I bet. So this question is personal a bit. How would you ensure that your family does not truncate you with all these ambitions, or rather have some favoritism? My brother, even in my farm now, my family doesn't work there. Okay? My business that I do now, the assets I build for people, my family doesn't work there. I'm a very strict person when it comes to spending people's money. Even spending my own money, I'm strict to myself on top of people's money. Actually, been several times before. If I go home now, if this money is made for something, if you like it, let it be crying. I don't give you the money. That's my kind of person. My mother knows. She knows this. Even my money for her is 50,000 a month, and I give her the money, and she's still complaining. And the money, I know the money is with me, but not my own. I can't give you. Tell you sorry, I don't have. You can talk, you only talk. It doesn't change the matter. Because my money is not my money. If you give me money to hold, Mr. Israel, if you give me money to hold, say, Mr. Steve, take this money and hold for me. Maybe you put £100, £50, £20, £30, £10. Maybe that's how you bring it in. I'm going to just take the money like that and throw it inside cupboard. The day you are coming to collect the money, I'm going to carry the money, that sack, and just give it to you. Without none of the denomination you put in will change. Not talk of your money being stolen. None of the denomination will change at all. All of them will be the way you brought it in to me. That's what I do. People know me. I don't even borrow people. I don't borrow money from anyone. I only borrow from bank. But individual, I don't borrow at all. So I can't even spend someone else's money. State money is not my money. It's nobody's money. So you can only spend it. That's why when you spend it, I'm angry. Spending people's money that's not your own. I know what I'm talking about. It's just an opportunity that for the government to just listen to some of us. This whole thing will just change overnight. It's not a joke. Like that place, like that museum, the one we call museum in Edo State now, where Oshimole had waterfall before, water fountain or wherever before. That place has become useless today. But that place would have been the center for attraction. That place ought to be rented out. If I were the governor, I would rent that place out for a recreational center. A well-built fast food joint like Burger King, like Mandona. A fast food joint that you just drive in, pick your food and go. Do you know how much they're going to make there, for goodness sake? That place, just put something like Madonna, it will be a driveway. I just go in, drive around with my car, get to the window there, put my card in, pay with cash. Then they give me my food. Like I said, you have to be McDonald's, Burger King, or whatever. But you have to be a very fast, not like rice. You know, this really this really food that China really actually wants. That's all they do there. Grilling, maybe grilled meat, grilled fish, grilled chicken. Get ready. Oh, like this. They make money. The people who hire the place pays for the government. So if I like the place to just become waste, you don't spend money. People are going to invest their money in it. Rebuild the waterfall again. Let it look beautiful. Put it up again. Rebuild it again. Create this very good fast food joint there. I'm not saying you got rice now. No. Okay, I'm not talking about this rice. I'm talking about things that we. Sometimes I want to like bust, when I see things that will just bring in money here and there, I'm just watching all. In the evening, the cool of the evening, in that same place, in the cool of the evening, he has security. There's a police post out there. In the cool of the evening, you do barbecue, not this fish, only fish. Do the grillings. People come and sit down for relaxation. Do something beautiful. Put a tent, something like that. When it's raining, people can easily go under. Do something like the waterfall, the water fountain is moving. It looks bright, beautiful like a daytime. On weekend, Monday, on Friday, Saturday, make it till dawn. Till dawn. 8 a.m. till 8 a.m. till dawn. Friday, Saturdays. Bros. You know the kind of money we government could collect from them for tax? Because that, make people go dead there. Possible on the other side, just build, a 5-story hotel inside. That empty land, build a 5-story hotel inside. Guy. Jesus. You know the kind of money we government could make? Guys just come with their babes. When they do, they don't tire, they don't want to go out, maybe they don't tire to sit down. They will have no choice than to book a room and stay. You just make money from everywhere. This is how these European people, they make money. Oh, now rice we they eat. That's our fast food. I'm talking about real fast food. Not suya. A well-grilled, tarnished, because I'm a chef. So I know the kind of food I will cook for you. But even you yourself go see and you go marvel. Or I go just that place, so because you love the place. You go give me that place. Say, Steve, we give you. Bros, relax. In 2 years' time, that place will be raising maybe ₦1 billion every year. Only that place to the government, if not more than, on tax. But the place is empty. It's not working. The entire ring road area, nothing, no social life. No social life. Nothing. You can only reduce crime, guys. Listen, crimes can only be reduced when there is a life both day and night. What I have learned is that you can only reduce crime when there is a life both day and night. That's only where crime can reduce. Not when everywhere is so quiet. It's not difficult. It's difficult for you to reduce crime. Because people will be tempted to commit crime. But when everywhere is busy every day, every time, it's very, very, very difficult for anyone to commit crime. Because they know you will be caught. If you create that kind of team there in that ring road, that center of ring road, maybe they start from 8 o'clock in the morning and close at 5 o'clock in the morning, so that it don't cause so much go slow. Because see people feeling relaxed. When you tire, you go up, go and sleep off. Put the price of the hotel very cheap that people can easily afford. You know there's a place here. If you are going there, you buy a ticket before you go and eat. You can if that place becomes so popular, you buy ticket. Not expensive. Not expensive like you go to put ticket for. No. You come in, you buy ticket for 100 naira at the gate before you go in and buy your food. Because if you build it so well, it will be attractive. So people will know not everybody will come there because nobody want to go and spend 100 naira before they go and buy food. You buy your ticket at the gate, 100 naira. Then you drive in. Then when you get in, you get your food, you drive out, government get 100 naira, another 100 naira. Before day go break, even the money on the gate alone is over 300,000. That will be, there waiting for the government to pick up. Then the companies who are inside will be paying tax on the food because then you can't lie. We'll give them a black boss. The government leader can do that. I'll give them a black boss. We can do it from here. Black boss, you can never lie to the government. Everything must be computed into the system. As you're going out of the gate, you must show your receipt where you take buy food. Like you do in Jara, if you go to Jara or ShopRite. As you're going out of Jara or ShopRite, you must show them the receipt where you take buy food. You must. So they come outside with food for your hand. You tell me say you don't buy food. You must bring the receipt. So you see, everybody will be. You must. Then you go ask for receipt. And they must give you receipt when you buy food finish. So nobody can tell you, oh, no receipt. No, they must compute everything into your system, to the system, and you pay. So as they are computing it in, it is adding up in their system, connected to the tax office. So they can't even lie. The government knows how much they've sold all through the year already there. So you now bring what the cost of your buying and other expenses that you put in place, coming to collect their tax from you. This is easy, guys. You don't even need to. It's easy. Not an assumption that they do not today. Very simple way. But would they listen? No. No. They don't listen, my brother. This will not be talk. Say when somebody's talking with confidence, he's not talking. I'm not talking from paper. I'm talking from reality. I've worked in this country when it comes to entertainment industry, hospitality. I've worked here, so I know how it works. I know Sweden doesn't have anything. Go check. They are always good in hospitality. That's what is keeping this nation going, and their taxing system. They have nothing. That system, that hospitality and the tax system is what is keeping them going. And this is where I worked for 15 whole years. I learned a lot from the system. That is workable because I know I don't love nightlives. Most of the money they do are being made by private owners who don't even pay tax on the government. Because most of those big hotels, like who you going to call, they don't pay tax because they actually control the government. They don't pay tax. So we get nothing from them. That's why the government must create something. A different environment that is different from what they are doing today. Then you will not have the right to go into such franchise. You don't have the right to go into such franchise if you don't take license from the government. We'll create it. We're able to measure that. Okay, maybe I'm coming to Edo State now to come and start the Burger King. Like in full force, not like what you do there. You cool it down. As you are coming in, you buying. Okay, and at the end of the day, not make it like a fast food joint. You come in, you get a burger, get a Coke, get some chips. Burger, Coke, some chips. Burger, Coke, some chips. Just the way it happens here in Europe. It costs nothing. You will also encourage those farmers who will now be producing those crops, like the potatoes. Then those ones going to be producing the chicken for for the uh, for the for the chicken burger or the beef burger or the lamb burger. They're going to also look people who are going to produce pigs for the bacons. You see, then you are creating more jobs for these people. Then in the evening, also have the chicken grill, you have the fish grill, you have the lamb grill, you have the cow grill. Where people will come in, pick a meat, you go to put them down, they pick it. Okay, I need a meat for, they know the cost. Maybe 1 kilo of this meat is maybe 5,000 naira, for example. They come in and say, okay, give me 2 kilos. You wait with their present, they see it, you put it on the grill, put salt on it, do it, garnish it, tell them, okay, 15 minutes. They can't sit down. And when they sit down, you give them a bottle of water, a bottle of malt, and some chinchin and a granite and biscuit or whatever it is. While they wait for their food to come. Maybe they're going to get it with roasted yam, something that is completely different from the normal, menu. A little bit easy, but not what you see every day. You will see people rushing in. We call it a la carte. A la carte menu. Order and get served. You create that also. People can also still go and buy their hamburger if they want to. Go see that place with jam packed with people coming in, particularly weekends. They'll make millions of naira on weekends just to feel relaxed there. Build something nice that can accommodate them when it's raining. Let them have a roof that can be pulled off and pulled back. Guys, we will leave matter there. Any other question, guys? Any question, please? Mona ask now. Israel, doctor, yeah. Yeah, that's true, man. These are job creation. You see the whole state, job go full everywhere. Job go full everywhere. Everywhere, man. Job will just full everywhere. As we talk so. Then you, man, you'll be interested in going to farming because as the chicken they ready, people they buy am. As they ready, people they buy am. I've said this before. Obaseki did not listen. This one, I know people don't like this. There was a day I did a video and I said if I am the governor of Edo State, for example, but on driving, first and foremost, every buses in Edo must be parked out of the road. If you don't have the required minimum required functioning pass on your vehicle, you can never drive it on the road. You'll be impounded. The motor will be seized, not by the police now, by officials that will be created, like ESMA and Co. And the only way you can pick up that motor is when the government mechanics and panel beaters will work on the motor, you come and pay. That's number one. So every car must have navigator and headlights and rear mirrors. The side mirrors and the rear mirrors must, underline must. And every car must have a glass on both sides, both the front and the back. That's the first thing there you must do. Okay? That's number one. then that will reduce accidents. One of the reasons why we have so much accident today is one, our people are a little bit they don't look there because they don't have anything, so they just drive in. They don't have to regret. Sometimes there was a day I was driving. I'm going to give an example. There was a day I was driving. I was on 120. It was in the evening, around 9 o'clock in the evening. So I was coming from Sapele Road side in towards the GR Jeep. The road was clear around 9 o'clock. So I was real on the speed, and there was a guy who was on this side. I was driving down at that night. He was already up at my front, but not on the same level. Then the next thing I saw, thank God I had a very good headlight. He had no trafficator. He had no light on the back. Even his brake light are not working. Nothing is working. The next thing I saw him from afar, so I started, because I knew that car was not okay. I started reducing my brake. I mean, reducing my speed. Just leaving my touch little by little, little by little. So when I go in, I was now on 80. I was now on 60 when I was getting close to him. The next thing I saw, he went to my front. But thank God I've already, noticed that if this guy is about to do something funny, I quickly divert to the side the low speed side he was running away from. And I shouted at him, "You want to kill yourself?" You know what he told me? So can you only see when I use my hand to wave? How will I see a hand waving at night as a means of trafficking? That we will have to eradicate. Number two, every driver in Nigeria must go and do driving license again. You must go to driving school. And each course will cost 2,000 naira, not expensive. Each course will cost, if you feel that you are good at driving, we will not create a well-established, well-organized driving school. Not driving school, driving instructors who will not take every one of them to not do driving test again. So the driving test is 2,000. The driving class is 5,000. That's 7,000. They're going to take you through 2 classes to not show you the road signs you wish you must have to adhere to. Everybody, nobody is different, will be exempted. Then the moment you will not pass, they will not give you a new Edo State driving permit, not driving license. They will not give you an Edo State driving permit. So when you are driving, and for whatsoever reason, the people who are involved stopped you, you must provide both your driving license, which is national, and provide Edo State driving permit. If you don't have it, your car will be impounded immediately. The penalty will be 100,000 and above. Guy. Number three, I'm going to create cameras on our highways, particularly Uselu Lagos Road and Airport Road, on strategic positions that you cannot see, which will capture you and your vehicle immediately when you are overspeeding. And if peradventure the police or the people that was now appointed catches you, the first they're going to do for you is alcohol test right there. We're going to have the instrument there. You're going to blow into it. Alcohol test. If you fail, your car will be impounded and you will be taken to prison through a court process. Number four, if you drive one way, if you drive one way, you will be taken to psychiatric first. I will not arrest you. Before you go prison, you first go Zulu, first go Zulu psychiatric. They go check your brain, whether your brain is correct. Then after they even as ascertain that your brain correct, they will pack you and pack you to prison for 6 months without no fine. We will impound your car for 6 months. If you drive over speed, we catch you, they will give you warning. No fine. The second time you drive over speed, they will give you fine of 10,000. The third time you drive over speed, they will withdraw your license and impound your car for 2 years. If they catch you driving without no driving license for anything, you go to jail for 1 year without no fine. Number 5, all vehicles in a door will be registered to a database. All vehicles in a door will be registered to a database. All. If you are changing your engine, because we're going to register your vehicle with your driving, with your, what is it called? Your plate number and your engine number. If you are changing your engine number, maybe because the engine got knocked, you must have to go and apply to the ministry that is involved that your engine got knocked. Then you are changing your engine with the receipt of the new engine you bought. If not, if we catch you that you change your engine number, and your engine is not tallying with the engine that we had before, and your plate number, bros, you will go to jail for 3 months. Simple and pure. That's the way we are. Nothing more. That's just the thing that I have in my mind. Because I saw those when I saw Jane, they get. I don't know what they don't do. If you see what this boy don't do to my car, you go tire. I use vest. I'm gonna use vest to make sure they follow the right rule, guys. Yeah, so Mama, that's my plan. Though. I want to make everybody vest come back to Edo State too. I want to make everybody vest because we need to build and do that we'll be proud of. I'm tired of us suffering for nothing. We have the best land. Our now I do say you see the back of your house, you see that dirty garlic go grow. You don't know we plant am, and when the grow go germinate, it will give you better food. You go throw yam head when you throw it, cut one beside otiku dustbin. The yam go grow, and when you uproot the yam, you will get very mighty yam. Now, being you see say pawpaw na weed, plantain na weed, banana na weed for Benin. Pawpaw na weed, banana na weed, plantain na weed for Benin. Only Benin this year. Is it not enough for us to want to go home and build on that? Yeah, we're going to have a lot of challenges. Yeah, I'm having a lot of challenges today. I'm not lying to you. I have a lot of challenges. But would that stop me? No. When you come to Europe, where you don't have any challenges, you do have challenges. I'm having because I'm not there now. If I was at home, some of these challenges would have reduced to the barest minimum. Because I'm not there, a lot of things are happening. That's it. So, any more questions, guys? Yes, any more question? Any more question or contribution that we can talk on? Any more? Yeah, no, I told get that is normal now. What I have on Tollgate, my plan for Tollgate, which I also put off Obaseki. We have 4 entrances, 4 major entrances to into Benin. The Lagos axis, the Abuja axis, the Warri axis, and there's about axis into Benin. That's the four axis into Benin. You know, into Benin. So all those people have to get. So any car coming to Benin that is not from Benin will have to register at the toll gate and get a permit in. If only the government will give us chance to make it work. That's what we're saying now. These things are very feasible. They are realistic. But will they give us the chance to make it work? That's what we need to create our own world to prove to them that we can. Just like that. This is the reason why I am clamoring for our own estate, our own city, of our own, for diasporas alone. That this whole idea we are building will start putting it into place for them to see that we can. If we have to do it among them, it will be difficult. But if we do it on our own, buy a village, half of a village, the land, buy it there. We all just go and stay there and develop it. Put it in a way that is workable. Your cities will just start flying. I promise you, man. Not laugh, oh, not a laugh. Not laugh, man. Yes, it seems like another life, but that's the truth. It is workable, it is possible. It's just that we just need to have the mind to make it a reality. It's going to work in our lifetime, I promise you. In the next 3 years, you're going to see, by the grace of God, at the moment I start with my estate, I'm going to do everything humanly possible to make sure that some of these things I'm putting up now, it becomes a reality. It's going to be expensive for me if I don't have so much people coming in to try to help me to buy most of the lands. It's going to be a little bit tough for me. But if I get a lot of people that are coming to buy the lands, the little profit that's coming off it, and with us together, we're going to make it a reality. Yeah. It's easy. I was telling somebody a few days ago, I said, I want us to fence. Somebody called me from US. He was saying, I saw your advert on Facebook, and I'm a little bit, I wanted to know more. But after I explained, okay, how are you going to fence the estate since you're going to have 3 entrances? How are you going to fence the estate? Yes, so we need to laugh. So how are we going to fence the estate? I told him, the house you live in GRA now, is it fenced? He said yes. How many coaches say it's 12 coaches fenced? Say yes. I said we are not going to fence inside the estate, but we are going to fence around the estate. So your 12 coach is how many blocks? It says about 3,500 to 4,000 blocks, which is true. I just told him, okay, what we're going to do is you're going to produce that same number of blocks to fence a portion of the estate because you own a house there. So if all of us who built within the estate now decide to use that same number we're going to use to fence our own house around, to fence the estate around, the estate will have been fenced without us not knowing. Simple. Cooperation. That's simple. It's as easy as that. This is not rocket science. Just to do how to solve one issue now in that estate of 3,000 plots. We can fence it around without having an issue. But the buildings inside won't be fenced. Just the way it is in Europe today. So we have time to actually see each other play, not having breeze coming in and all that and that. Easy, simple, and pure. How are we going to tie the road? He asked me the same question. And I told him, if you're in a street whereby you have 100 by 100 plot, you are going to do interlocking of your house to the road. That's what most people do. He said yes. I said, if you do interlocking to the road, I did my interlocking to the road. If I do interlocking to the road, before you know what's happening, the entire road will be interlocked, and that will become a tied road, motorable. Where we are not going to have houses like the recreational center, there the management of the estate cannot tie. Easy and pure. The same thing you are doing today in the general environment is the same thing you're going to apply and make it work. That's why I said all we need in Edo State is just to cooperation, understanding one another. So we are not going to give money to anybody. You just start doing these things step by step, working by working, and everything will just become a reality. That's how it works. Madam Rita. You see now, it's easy. Not saying people not guessing, they guess, so just like say they are very wicked. If they do that, the all of us can become rich like them. They want to differentiate themselves that we are rich people, they are the poor people. Where is Israel? Israel has left. Let me check. Is there any question from Facebook? I'm not sure. Nobody from Facebook is actually here. Guys, we have 15 minutes to go. Let me get questions. Let me get questions or suggestions that we all can talk about. Hello, guys. Please now, Mona, talk to me. I'm waiting, guys. Okay, I think there's no more question right now. I think I need to call it a day. Thank you, guys. Sister Rita, I appreciate you. Mommy Diaspora, Mommy of all. God bless you. My DKKC TV, I appreciate you very well. My brother Israel Semota, Sherry Solomon, I appreciate you all for today. Okay, for being here with us, I say a very big thank you to you all. And I miss my people. Irene, I didn't see her here. Vivian, I didn't see her here. And Obasuyi, I didn't see her here. And June, Obaseki, I didn't see them here also. So I'm a little bit, I miss my people. And I believe that next time they will come online while I'm here. So let's wait again. Next week, Wednesday, we're going to continue with this show and let's see how much we can do. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you for your time. God bless you all. See you next time. Please try to share this video. Give us some likes. Try to share this video. Let it go viral. Let people know that we actually have what it takes to make Edo a better and a better place. Thank you, guys. Have a blessed day and bye for now.